Hello there everyone, welcome to Amateur Hour 8.5. Today we're going to be discussing the solutions to the assignments which were given after lecture number 2 called arrays. And we're just going to be giving you some tips about how to solve the assignments yourself as well. So here we go. The assignment number 1 was a course called readability, and the idea of the readability assignment was that we're going to write a program that is capable of analyzing a piece of text given by the user and then telling the user we expect that the readability level needed to understand this piece of text is first grade, second grade, third grade, whatever grade. I'm going to tell you everything I think you'll need to be able to complete assignment number 1. Of course, you'll need the assignment site, which is linked down below there. So if you don't know exactly where to find the assignments of lecture number 2, just look in the link below. And then somewhere in the assignment you will find this formula given here. So this formula consists out of basically 3 parts, which is to say we have a few constants. We have the 0.0588, the 0.296 and the 15.8. You don't have to worry about them too much. They are just given by the formula. But then we also have L, and that is defined as the amount of letters per 100 words from your text. And then we have S, which is defined as the amount of sentences per 100 words in your text. As you might be able to imagine, the reading level of your text should be increased when words are longer. And then at the same time, this formula also assumes that if you have sentences with many words, then also the level of the text should be higher. And I can already tell you that if you want to do these things, that is to say, count the amount of letters, the amount of words, or the amount of sentences, you're going to need the CS50 manual page. It will help you. At the very least, you'll probably be using the is alpha out of the CS50 manual page. So there's a bit of a hint. If you don't know where to find the CS50 manual page, then there's of course a link to the CS50 manual page down there as well. And then what I think is the most important part of understanding and solving this assignment of this week, understanding that a string is an array of characters. So your program will have to know how to access each individual character in the array, which was the string given by the user. And then what got me stumped for quite a while on this assignment was not really understanding. This program does not count a quote as a letter. And at first I compared an individual character of the string to whether or not it was a punctuation. If it was not a punctuation, I said, well, is it a space then? No, it's not a space either. Oh, then it must be a letter. That is not true. This formula assumes that a comma in the air is not actually a letter. So you will be using the is alpha. So yeah, that got me stumped. I'm going to be sparing you that little bit of a headache here. Anyway, good luck with the assignment. So on to assignment number 2. So after we've completed assignment number 1, we were on to assignment number 2 called Caesar or Kaiser. The idea of the assignment was to make sure that some input given by the user got scrambled a bit so that it was not as easy to decipher the text given by the user by changing the letters in the text by a given amount of numbers up or down. In our case, I think we only used up actually. So A, if the key was 2, would get translated to a C. A D, if the key still was 2, would get translated to an F, and so on. And it was supposed to do this whether or not the letter was capitalized. So the things the user would be providing was a key and also a string. What you needed to be able to do to complete this assignment was understand argc, argv, and return values. So argc basically was the amount of input given by the user. Normally they would put down run this program, but in this case they would also have to provide extra input after saying run it. For instance, run with a number 3 behind it, because that number 3 would be the key. Whatever the input was of the user would of course be stored under argv, the value. And the value the user gives should be compared to. And in order to do this, you would probably need the manual page again, which is linked down below, like we said earlier. And you will probably be using A to I, Sterling, and is alpha. A to I translates the input, which is stored under a string, to an integer. For instance, if your user types down run this program 50, then 50 will not be an integer, but it will be stored as a 5 and a 0, 2 characters. So the A to I will translate those 2 characters to integers. Then the strlen will try to see how long the input is. If it is 50, the strlen would return 2. You will use this probably in if statements. And then lastly, the thing you will probably be using from the manual page is the isAlpha. It checks whether or not a certain part in an array is alphabetical. You will have to compare the argv and then specifically at a specific point to whether or not it is an integer. For instance, if the user were to give the key 50C, then your program will have to say, wait a minute, not everything that you are giving me under this part is a number. So I'm not going to be using this as a key. I want you to give me a new input. And what you'll also be using is the input text given by the user to whether or not it is a letter, which we will be using isAlpha for. If it is a letter, we will increase the letter by the amount given by the key. I think that if you've completed assignment number 1, you'll find that assignment number 2 is not actually that hard. And now that I say this, I noticed that there's a 1 up there. That should of course be a 2. So as you can probably remember, there was a 2 over there all the time. Anyway, good luck with your work. I hope to see you in the next amateur hour.